That's our broadcast for this Wednesday night. Thank you for being with us. I'm Brian Williams. A reminder, we're back on the air, 8 Eastern, 7 Central for President Obama's news conference tonight on this NBC station. So good night for now from New York.
The great American tradition. The Kentucky Derby, Saturday, only on NBC.
Now, in high definition, this is News 6 at 6.
We are now seeing cases of swine flu, both in the city and in the suburbs.
First here at 6, the swine flu spread. Several cases are now linked to Chicago and in the suburbs.
I have 2 kids that I'm concerned about my kids.
The virus forces one Chicago public school to shut down. Good evening, I'm Whitney.
And I'm Nicole Marks. Thank you for joining us. The swine flu crisis now comes to our own backyard. 3 schools have closed down in Chicago, Batavia, and in Aurora. Here is the very latest. Illinois health officials say there are 9 probable cases of swine flu in Illinois, 5 in Chicago, 2 in Kane County, 1 in Lake, and 1 in DuPage.
And News 6's Carmela Mofisi joins us now with late information. Now, Carmela, has anyone in our area been hospitalized?
There has been 1 person hospitalized. In fact, it has been a 12-year-old Chicago girl on the north side. This really is such a fluid situation that there might possibly be even more in the hospital than what has been reported to the press. The crisis is drawing on all of those practice drills over the years. Clearly, though, this is the real deal. From state political leaders to health officials and emergency responders, there is a coordinated response to the swine flu outbreak. The most recent count, at least 9 probable cases in the city and suburbs. From the governor to the mayor, it's all hands on deck.
Medicines are being sent to our state of Illinois. They will be disseminated to local health departments and hospitals across the state in case they're needed.
The swine flu situation is fluid and changes from day to day, and that's what we have to understand.
The World Health Organization signals the swine flu virus may be a prolonged health risk. At the same time, it is an education, not panic, that the state health director is spreading.
The seasonal flu killed 30,000 people in this country every year. That's the key to taking your regular flu shot.
The reminder, any sign of flu, stay home.
This will help limit spread, and this then will help us not have to think about doing other kinds of things. But remember, this situation is fluid, it's changing as we speak.
Taking the unusual step to close 1 Chicago public school for now, there may be more as the city and suburbs follow up on attendance rates to see if there's anything to close others.
We have a baseline of what the normal attendance is. If it swings down more than 5%, we're following up with a phone call to every child that is out to their parents or guardian to find out why they are sick, why they are out, and that has been going on since 7 a.m. this morning.
School CEO Ron Huberman says no one is being turned away from schools. However, there were questions to him about students visiting from Mexico who may have been told they were not allowed in a Chicago high school as a precaution. He said that might have just been on a basis of each school deciding at the time what to do. This is a very serious situation.
Carmela, thank you so much.
3 area schools, like we just said, are now closed because of the swine flu. 2 in the suburbs and 1 in Rogers Park. News 6's Ann Devlantes has that part of the story.
The first suspected case in the state was here, recovering after getting treatment. In Rogers Park, Anna Devlantes.
Our thanks to Anna. A Cinco de Mayo celebration set for this weekend has been canceled due to flu concerns. The Mexican Civic Society of Illinois has hundreds of performers and vendors from Mexico that were scheduled to arrive at Navy Pier for the weekend event, but they won't be coming now. The celebration is off for health safety reasons.
At Toyota Park in Bridgeview, the soccer game between the Chicago Fire and Mexico's popular Club America is still on. However, safety precautions are being taken. Hand sanitizers will be available throughout the park for spectators and players. And you can stay with News 6 and News6Chicago.com for the latest developments in the swine flu outbreak.
In other news tonight, a renewed search for Stacy Peterson. The suburban mother has been missing for more than a year. News 6's Anthony Ponce tells us why and where investigators took up the search.
The sanitary drainage.
According to Brodsky, the document that was leaked is a detective's hour-by-hour timeline of what Drew Peterson was doing the day Stacy disappeared. Brodsky says it's time for authorities to start pursuing the possibility that Drew Peterson is telling the truth when he said that Stacy ran away.
Still ahead here, from a toxic well, is there a contaminated cover-up? Special agents searched offices.
But first, it's Rio's turn. What do they have over Chicago in the bid for the Olympics?
And the competition follows a basketball superstar. His loss is now a collector's gain. Jake?
Yeah, rain is moving into the region right now, out towards Des Moines. What does this mean for you? I'll tell you coming up in a full forecast.
News 6 in high definition continues with Matt Whitney, Nicole Marks, weather with meteorologist Jake Heinrich, and sports with Brad Chapman. You're watching News 6 at 6.
The International Olympic Committee is in Rio de Janeiro getting an up-close look at the Brazilian city to host the 2016 Summer Olympic Games. Now, what does Rio have that we don't? News 6's Phil Rogers has that story.
If the IOC is looking only...
Rio is a beautiful city. Their team always reminds the IOC of one other thing: South America has never had the Games. But Olympic officials insist they judge each candidate city on its own merits. They will tour Rio's proposed venues, many of which are already built on Friday.
Shock and outrage tonight from the residents of the Crestwood community. Earlier today, federal EPA agents raided government offices in the south suburb. The raid comes 10 days after a Tribune investigation found Crestwood officials knowingly supplied water from a contaminated well to residents for 20 years. The city's mayor assured residents today that the well has been closed off and the drinking water is still safe.
Still ahead, the White Sox go head over heels this afternoon trying to beat Seattle. Highlights coming up in sports.
Plus, Harry Potter fans have been waiting for this. What you saw in the movies has now come to Chicago.
Here's your chance to buy a very valuable piece of Chicago Bulls history. Former player Randy Brown is selling the rings that he won on his final 3 championship teams in the 1990s. Brown recently filed for bankruptcy. The winning rings are up for auction next month in California. The starting bid for the set, $19,000.
Yeesh, that's expensive. Call it the Golfer's Stimulus Package. A course in Michigan gave a free round today for out-of-work golfers, and those golfers got a card of special rates for the rest of the year. The course has taken a bad hit because of the worsening economy.
Such a nice gesture of that.
Yeah, now if we can only get some golf weather, right, Jake?
Yeah, no golf weather today, but hopefully for the weekend. Currently at O'Hare, it is 53 degrees. East winds out at 10 miles per hour. Dew point is 47, and the pressure is falling. Today we got up to 54. 44 was our low. 63 and 42 are our normals this time of year. Records were 88 and 31 set back in 1972 and 2008. The sunset is at 7:48 this evening. Regional temperatures right now: mid-50s around Chicago region up towards Milwaukee, 60 degrees along the I-80 corridor, and if you get towards Lincoln, Bloomington, and St. Louis, you're in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Rain on the radar right now, as you can see, stretching out from Des Moines down to Kansas City. Well, just east of Kansas City towards Columbia. As you can see, this is a part of a big picture. It kind of stretches all the way up towards Canadian border down through Texas and Oklahoma. You have gotten some major severe weather going on down there. Because of that, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a severe thunderstorm watch, and portions of a tornado watch have been scaled back already. And in our area, the National Weather Service has issued a flash flood watch for points south around the I-80 corridor because rain is moving into our area. As you can see on the current surface right now, there is a low pressure system out to the west as it moves through the region through to tomorrow. It will be quite on the warm side, but then the rain will move in overnight. As you can see, as the cold front moves through, a lot of rain and thunderstorms for this one. That's why the flash flood watch is out. As you can see, it doesn't really move anywhere either, so they're going to kind of keep going over the same area. And again in the afternoon, but high pressure does move in through the weekend. Tonight, cloudy and cool, light wind, 48 degrees for your low. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms, some sun in the afternoon, southwest winds 5 to 15, 72 for our high tomorrow. Again, Friday, rain, and that'll be like a cold rain. It'll only be up to 58 degrees, 62 and 64 for Saturday. So how about golf weather right there? You can't get any perfect than that, but rain does move back into the region on Monday for a high of the 66, 69 on Tuesday, but it'll be a little cloudy around there. Wednesday, 63, so it seems like we're going to keep getting that every other day, intermittent rain for the next several days.